All right, hey guys. So today, another video pumping out here. I'm on a roll. This video is about pre-positioned supplies or pre-positioned supply cache, whatever you want to call it. So, if you'd watched my other video, I'll throw a link in there about trip planning and pre-trip planning, travel prep, whatever. You know that I'm getting ready to travel to a retreat location for the first time. Currently, the storage situation, sorry about that, is limited. So I'm going with one right now. I'm going to show you this kind of a little bit of everything. So I kind of try to cover almost all the areas. So I've got some food. Of course, we'll start off here down in the bucket. This is just a standard, cheap bucket from Lowe's, and then I've got the gasket type ceiling top, which those are a little more expensive. They're about the same price as the bucket. I think about $2.98. Of course, I got a little bit of ammo here that could be used, obviously for what ammo is used for, or for barter if necessary. Seed bank, roll in a video. I won't go much on that. There, roll in a video or a link for the video for that. And so that's in there. That's for kind of more of a long-term situation. Of course, lots of freeze-dried foods. These, cheap freeze-dried fruits and get from Target. And usually I just, as I wander through there, if they've got them on sale, sometimes they got them marked down, 30 cents or something like that. And so they're like $2 or $3 to $4 range, depending on what type of fruits they are. And vegetables, of course, they have some corn and some peas and some other things. The vegetables work pretty good. You can add them in with, of course, I got beans, mixes. Here's some tomatoes, and then the rice. Of course, you can add, some of those freeze-dried vegetables in with that. There's some pastas, corn pasta, some TVP, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's textured vegetable protein. It's high protein stuff. It just pretty much absorbs the flavor of whatever you add. So you got spices and stuff, whatnot. It adds in there. Not the greatest stuff in the world, but it does. Like a serving is a quarter cup of this, and that's 12 grams of protein in a quarter cup. So much needed protein in any in a survival situation. Some spices. I like to pick these up from Trader Joe's. They're about $1.99 I think, so I just pick some up each time I go. Of course, those spices have some medical uses too. And then these they're same $1.99, so these are little grinders with some salt. Good to have. And if you have extras, like I said, that's another good barter item. Some chem lights, just extra. A medical kit, just kind of a mixture of different, some ibuprofen and just bandages and whatnot. I always usually, of course, if I at a minimum had a bug out, of course, go along with that is a combated tourniquet, some coffee, and instant coffee. Of course, it's not the greatest, but it's better than nothing. There's some sampler kits. All this is stuff that I pulled from just random stuff I had here. Some batteries and a fire starting kit, which I need to add a few things to that. So I've got a shopping list of a few things I'm going to pick up before I leave to add to this bucket. But the whole point is you can put all this together and pre-position it at a friend's, family, ideally probably away from a major city. If you already live away from a major city, this is probably not something you need. I mean, you can have supplies, but you don't need this pre-positioned someplace else. These, like I said, it can be used in any sort of emergency situation. You can have this at a friend's and family's house, or have a couple of them, or have one with a mixture of things and one with just, a couple with just food. Give yourself a 2-week supply at a friend's house or family member's house, so that if you live in a part of the country where there's wildfires, which seems to happen more and more often these days, and you have to evacuate, and you don't have a lot of time. You have time maybe to grab some clothes or whatnot, but you have this stuff there, so you're not a immediate burden on your family or friends. So it's just something to think about. It's a pre-position. Like I said, I plan on pre-positioning more. This is just a start. So step one to the process. Oh, one last thing I'd like to say is, you can add in, some cheap liquor for personal use or for barter, and then a document disc, like important documents on a CD disc. Now, of course, you have to have something that can read those CDs. So maybe, you put a disc in there and print off some of the more important ones to have in there, to have hard copies, so that if you lose them at your current home due to a fire or whatever, you have copies somewhere else. So appreciate you all watching. Don't forget to provide me some constructive feedback and subscribe if you haven't already.